going on, YouTubers? Eric here. Got a little bit of an adventure I want to share with you. It's actually a pretty common ride that I do pretty often. I call it my super loop, and basically kind of stemmed out of the fact that I live in the LA area, and Southern California is a great place to live, but it's a terrible place to have to drive around. And I've really kind of gotten into the mode of trying to ride my bike as many places as possible without having to drive. And my home trail is over near, it's in Pasadena, over near JPL. It's about a 10-mile ride for me, and it takes about 20 minutes to drive over there, but actually could even be more. I've actually taken as much as 40 minutes to drive over there if the traffic is really bad. And it takes me just under an hour to pedal over there. So 40 minutes versus 50 or 55 minutes, I'd rather be on my bike than sitting in my truck. As much as I love driving my Jeep, it sucks to be sitting at red lights, and especially with gas pushing $4 a gallon again, as it is right now. So I'm actually just going to take you on this little ride that I'm going to be doing here, and kind of show you that you can do a lot of riding. You can get more riding by just leaving from your house with all your stuff that you need without having to drive and fight for parking and fight traffic and spend lots of money on gas. So here we go. Rough. So I also want to note I'm trying a new rear tire, a Maxxis Aggressor, a little bit of a faster rolling tire, and I can definitely feel the difference already. I just threw it on this morning. Hopefully that will save me a bunch of time getting over there. You can tell it's definitely a lot less effort to pedal at speed. So first initial immediate impression is a positive one. So yeah, we're gonna see how this goes. I gotta stop at the gym for a little bit, take care of one of my clients. So it's on the way. It's only about an 8 or 10 minute ride from my house to the gym. So we'll take care of this client, and then we're gonna head out from there. I took care of my client. She killed it, as my clients always do. So now time for the fun part. Got my bag tanked with water, slapped on a bunch of sunscreen, and I'm gonna be pedaling through Pasadena, so I'm gonna listen to a little bit of Van Halen while I'm doing that. Yeah. There we go. There's a big reason to commute by bike right here. Almost $4 a gallon. That blows. Started off the ride listening to 1984. Now it's 5150. Little Dave, little Sammy, I am indeed an equal opportunity Van Halen listener. Except for the Gary Cherone years. That was just weird. That's coming from a guy who used to live in Boston. Love Extreme. But Gary, please just stay in Extreme. Much better that way. All right, I made it to the usual starting place, which is this parking lot here, just above the world famous JPL. That's where they drive the Mars rover and the Voyager spacecraft, and that building is full of a lot of wicked smart people, for sure. All right, here we are at the split where the climb really starts. You head up that way, and we're gonna come out right there. And, all right, here we are at the halfway mark at the Brown Mountain Saddle. This is where everybody just kind of hangs out for a minute before bombing down the hill, because this is where the payoff is. This is where the payoff starts, I should say, from all the climbing and all the pedaling and you know, the big commute across town. You know, you got a nice view of Pasadena here. You can continue up that way up to the Ken Burton Trail. Sometimes I go up there, turn around, come back down just to get some extra mileage in, but don't need to do that today. So I'm gonna be heading down this section right over here. So yeah, that's when the fun part starts. So I killed my music. I'm turning on my bell so I don't scare any hikers or horses or rattlesnakes or bears or whatever else might be down in the trail. And that's about it. So it's actually a pretty mellow ride home, and it's kind of nice after all that climbing and all the single track and whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna put some music on and just cruise on home here. All right, so just about back to the house here, and been out now for a total of 3 hours 20 minutes. Usually it's a lot quicker than that, so it's kind of stopping and dilly-dallying in a few places. So usually it's right around 3 hours to do with the loop I just did. Watching out for traffic here. And so it's usually 3 hours to do this loop, or 2 hours to drive and do the short loop. So